fried chicken biryani, I've taken about 1.5 kilos of fresh chicken. I've got the biryani cut. So the first step is to marinate the chicken. First add the juice of 1 lemon. Add 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons salt, 3 tablespoons red chilli powder. So just rub the chicken pieces with the spice powders. Make sure everything is coated well. Adding this masala will just give you a nice flavor. This is a very basic masala of salt, chili powder, turmeric powder and lemon juice. So if you feel this is a bit too dry, you can just add about 2 teaspoons of water. So that way you can see it's easier to rub the pieces to remove moisture. So make sure you massage the pieces with the spice mix. So the chicken is completely covered with the spice mix. Now I'm going to let this sit for about half an hour. Take a pan, add 2 teaspoons of ghee. So first I'm going to roast the cashew nuts. Roast them till they're a nice golden brown color. Remove it and keep it aside. So now we've roasted the cashew nuts for garnish. Next I'm going to fry some onions for garnishing. To the same pan, add about 3 tablespoons of oil. We're going to fry the onions till they're a nice golden brown color. So you can see the onions are nice and crispy and have come to a nice dark brown color. Remove them from the oil and keep it aside. The garnish for the biryani is ready. Now I'm going to start cooking the chicken. Take a nice white kadai, add about 2 tablespoons of oil. Now gently drop in all the marinated chicken pieces. Mix it all well. Once the chicken is no more pink, now pour about 1 cup of water. Close and cook for about 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, I'm going to turn off the stove now. So there are a couple of steps to make this chicken curry for the biryani. So I'm just going to remove all the chicken pieces from the kadai. Remove the chicken stock from the kadai, pour it into another bowl and keep it aside. So we're going to fry the chicken pieces. To the same kadai, add about 6 tablespoons of oil. So you can see the pieces have been fried to a lovely golden color. You don't want to fry it too much. So once you've got that nice golden color, just remove the pieces from the oil and keep it aside. To the same kadai, add 6 medium onions thinly sliced. The onions have browned beautifully. It's cooked very nicely. I'm going to add a few curry leaves. Next, add about 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. Just mix everything. For this recipe, I've taken about 8 medium to small size tomatoes. Mix everything well. To this, I'm going to add 2 green chilies, chopped. So close for about 3 minutes till all the tomatoes become nice and mushy. You can see the tomatoes have become nice and mushy. Now I'm going to add the chicken stock. So this chicken stock is going to have a lot of flavor because we've cooked the chicken. So make sure you add all of it. To this I'm going to add half teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 tablespoons of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon pepper, 2 teaspoons garam masala powder. So I'm going to season with a little salt. At this point you can check, and if you need more salt you can add. The flavors are perfect. Now I'm going to add the fried chicken pieces to the masala. Keeping the flame on medium, close and cook for another 10 minutes. So you can see the chicken masala for the biryani is done. Looks absolutely delicious. So it's a nice thick masala. So finally finish off by adding some chopped coriander leaves. Just garnish it with some fried onions on top. Turn off the stove. Keep this aside. So now we're going to cook the rice. For this, take a nice pot, deep pot. Add about 2 teaspoons of ghee. So I'm adding all the whole spices, cinnamon, cloves, cardamom, star anise, bay leaf and 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds. For this recipe, I've taken 2 cups of long grain basmati rice. I've soaked it for about 30 minutes. So you can also use the jeeraga samba or the kaima rice for this recipe. For 2 cups of rice, I'm adding 3 cups of water. So you can see the water is slowly bubbling. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of salt. So just gently transfer the soaked rice into the pot. Close the pot and cook till the rice is done. The rice is cooked perfectly. So finally, pour about 1 tablespoon of ghee and keep it aside. To plate the biryani, I'm just going to take a bowl, add a little fried onions to the base. So add a few cashew nuts. I'm just showing a single portion. Fill the bowl with the flavored rice. Make sure you pack it nice and tight. Place a little bit of the masala on the plate. Here is another way that you can serve this biryani. Place a little bit of the chicken masala on the plate, add some cooked flavored rice on top and garnish it with some fried onions and cashew nuts. You can also add some chopped coriander leaves if you wish. Here is this absolutely delicious fried chicken biryani. Make sure when you serve it nice and hot, and the best way to eat is mix the rice along with the masala and enjoy it. I've taken a loaf of sweet bread for this recipe. Make sure the slices are about 1 inch thick and cut it into half. I'm adding 500 ml milk. Once the milk is hot, add a pinch of saffron. ,100 grams koya. I'm using unsweetened koya for this. Just quickly mix it. Keep the flame on low throughout the mixing process. Mix it till the koya is completely dissolved. The koya is completely dissolved in the milk. Boil it for another 5 minutes till it thickens just a little bit. Turn off the stove and keep it aside. I'm going to deep fry the bread slices. Traditionally, the bread pieces are deep fried completely in ghee. You can choose whichever is convenient for you. I am deep frying the bread pieces in oil. I've added 2 tablespoons of ghee to the oil to add flavor to it. It's nice and brown on both sides. Now pour the milk mixture onto the fried bread pieces. Let it soak for about 15 minutes. I'm just going to roast the dry fruits and nuts. Add 2 teaspoons of ghee. I've taken a few nuts, almonds, pista and cashew nuts. I've roughly chopped the nuts. Just roast them till they're a nice golden brown color and remove them from the pan. Once the raisins plump up, remove them and keep them aside. Next, I'm going to make the sugar syrup. For this, take 1.5 cups of water. To this, I'm going to add 1.5 cups of sugar. Dissolve the sugar. Once the sugar is completely dissolved, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of cardamom powder. Now place all the soaked bread pieces into the sugar syrup. Mix all the pieces together. Now you can see they're all broken down. It has a nice halwa consistency, but make sure you retain some of the bits of the bread. You don't want to make it too mushy. Add 2 to 3 teaspoons of ghee. Turn off the stove. Add the roasted nuts and raisins. Double ka meetha is done. It's a wonderful sweet dessert that you can make at home, and I'm sure your family and your friends will definitely enjoy it.